Alrighty, today we're going to talk about an incident that I'm sure many of you have seen, perhaps some of you have not. This is going to be the incident where I believe it was a combination of officers and deputies in Colorado. I have the thing up at Lupton, near Fort Lupton, Colorado. They were conducting a traffic stop and they put their suspect in the back of one of the cruisers, and that cruiser was struck by a train. That's the sort of thing that doesn't happen very often, and I figured I would give you my thoughts on it. All right, so as we get into this, forgive me, I haven't been feeling very well this week. Today's probably the first day that I can speak a full sentence without coughing. It's allergy season here in Ohio. My sinuses are going absolutely bonkers. My ears are ringing as we speak, so I'm trying not to talk too loud. But anyway, here we are. This video comes out of, like I said, Fort Lupton, Colorado, and it stems from an incident. Someone called 911 to report some form of road rage. They're saying that the person in this truck that the officers were behind did something with a firearm. That's all I know, and I don't know if it matters to go too much further. I don't know if the person allegedly flashed a firearm or pointed at somebody or fired off a round. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but that's the reason they got behind this car. They tried to do a traffic stop. The vehicle, as the deputies described, and I'm going to show you clips as we kind of go throughout this. The deputy kind of describes that the vehicle was slow to stop. And then when the vehicle finally did stop, the deputy, or I believe it was actually an officer, the way the vehicle stopped, I think it was a pickup truck, it stopped just on the other side of some railroad tracks. So the police officer was forced to stop his vehicle on the actual railroad tracks, and they went and did a felony traffic stop. A felony stop is what you do when you have somebody in a car that there's a strong possibility that they are armed and dangerous, and you don't want to just walk up on that car and walk into an ambush situation. So what you do is you stay back at your vehicle, use the PA system if possible. His PA wasn't working. There was some echo going on, but they ended up just ordering the driver out, and I can't remember if they had him walk all the way back. Doesn't really matter. You're going to get to see a felony stop right here.
And I'm pretty far behind the other unit.
I'm right behind you, Vasquez. I'm going to your passenger side. Dispatch left in 346, one at gunpoint.
Driver, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Put your hands out the window. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Put both hands out the window. Both hands out.
Dispatch left in 346, we're getting commands. Her hands are out the window at this time.
Open your door. With right hand, open your door. With your right hand, open your door. Come on out.
Hey!
Lift your hands up. Lift your hands up. Okay? Turn around. Turn around. Turn around! Put your hands up higher. I want you to set your phone down at the edge of your truck. You don't need it. You can leave it on. Come on back. Keep coming back. Keep your hands up. Keep coming back. Keep coming back to the sound of my voice. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Stop right there. Get down on one knee and then the other.
I got cuffs.
Go ahead.
Good? Keep your hands above your head.
Don't move.
What's going on? Why am I here? We'll explain everything in a second.
Can I get
Who
my
else is in
cell
the
phone,
truck?
please? No one else is in the truck, sir. Can I please get my cell phone?
We'll get it for you.
Don't worry
Stand
about
up.
yourself.
Please. Where are you taking me?
We're taking you to the car. Come on.
What?
Do you have anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, hurt me?
No, ma'am, but can I please get my cell phone?
We'll get your cell phone in a second. Is there any weapons in the car?
Ready?
No, ma'am, there's nothing on.
There's no weapons in the car? Okay.
Anybody out in the car? Come on.
What's going on? Ma'am, what's going on?
I'll tell you in a second. Take a
I'm
seat.
so confused. Can I get
Take a
my
seat.
cell phone?
I will get your cell phone for you. Take a seat.
Now, the next thing that you do when you have a felony stop is if you believe there's nobody else in the car, that's when you and your fellow officers will approach that car from either side. So it's hard not to do without my pretend gun out. But you walk up to the car and you peek in through the windows, you clear the car, you go to the front of the car, open all the doors, and then you announce to everybody else, hey, the car is clear.
I got your right shoulder. I see a car seat. Clear. Okay, let's get the bed. Yeah, you drop it, I'll hold it. I'll just come across. Clear.
Once the vehicle is clear, then you can take a break. You can kind of stop everything that you're doing, reset, make sure that you're being safe. Often when we do a felony stop, like I've done them on very busy stretches of road in my jurisdiction, we have a couple of 4-lane roads where it's not uncommon to do a felony stop, it's also kind of advantageous for us to do them in these big high traffic areas, because that's when we have a lot of room to work. And if a suspect gets out and runs or gets out with a weapon, there's no place for them to hide. It's safer for us. So I've done stops like this many times. And if it's a high traffic area or whatever, once you have the suspect in custody, you have the vehicle cleared, so you know there's no other suspects in that vehicle, then we will go ahead and move our cruisers off the road, get everybody to a safe place, open the road back up. The situation that we have here in Colorado, once they had the driver secure in the cruiser and they knew that there was nobody else in the pickup truck, this is where I think they should have gotten their police cruiser off the tracks. I was talking about this run with a buddy of mine the other day. We were like, did you hear about these guys out in Colorado that had a suspect in the back of their car and the car got hit by a train? And initially, you have to laugh because it's such an absurd circumstance. I can't imagine this happening. And I watched it and I know what happened. They got tunnel visioned. They stopped, they made a felony stop. I don't have a problem with that. If you have to park your car on the tracks, if you have to make a decision between two dangerous things, you can either pull up next to a car that possibly has a gun with somebody that's waiting to ambush and kill you, or you can park your car on the tracks where you don't see any trains coming. Which dangerous situation are you going to choose? They chose what they felt was the least dangerous situation, where they left that car on the tracks. I get that. You do your felony stop, you get your suspect out, but you have to be aware that your car is on those tracks. I work around railroad tracks as well. I was actually looking for a DV suspect who ran up on some railroad tracks the other day. My buddies were walking down on this bike path that goes along the tracks. There's a creek on the other side of the tracks. So I walked up on top of the tracks and was looking over. Even though this is an inner city area and the trains have to slow down when they go through town, I was very aware that I was on railroad tracks, and being on top of railroad tracks is not someplace I want to be. I would have to believe that if I parked my cruiser on railroad tracks, I would be very aware of that as well. And as soon as I had the suspect secure and I knew that there was nobody in that vehicle, I would be moving my car. But that's not what they did. They went ahead and just started searching the vehicle. And I'll note now that while they were searching the vehicle, you can hear them announce, hey, I found a holster. Somebody else announced that they found a bullet. I'm pretty sure they're talking about an unspent round that was in the vehicle, which gives credence to the idea that this person had a firearm and was displaying it in one shape or another in some kind of road rage incident. So they were doing something bad. But as they're searching this vehicle, they hear a train whistle come in, and then they see their cruiser get smacked with their arrestee in the back. This woman was in the back seat of a cruiser, handcuffed, and a train hit her. She was, what they described was seriously injured, but in stable condition. It's a miracle that she didn't die. I want to say probably the fact that it was a police car is one of the reasons she was able to survive this, because in the back seat of a police car, we have the cage that's put in, and there's additional, is like a roll bar on the inside, plus all this extra metal to keep that from collapsing. So when the train hit it, instead of like crumpling the car in, the train hit it and it kind of sprung and bounced off the tracks. I'm imagining that's the only reason that this woman survived. I'll go ahead and show the crash now.
It took her a long time to pull over.
I got a holster right here in the passenger seat.
Okay. It took her a very long time to pull over. I'm going.
Did you see her toss anything?
She could have, because it took her a long time to pull over.
I'm going to put my rifle away and I'll come back in a minute.
All right.
She could have, because when I was behind her, she was driving slow enough.
Yeah.
So she could have tossed something, but I literally
Tossed it out the window?
She could have out that window, but who is that? Hart?
No, that's Tom check. Oh, oh my god! Oh my god! 346 patrol car was just hit by a train.
So that is what happened. That's the fact of what happened. Now we have to determine what's going to happen from here. I was trying to think from an officer's perspective, what I would expect from something like this, and kind of what we expect out of our police officers in a case like this. And I mean, it's clear that there was some form of negligence. But does that rise to the level of criminal negligence? That's where I'm not quite sure, because there have been cases in the past that the courts have found that due to the a highly dangerous situation and a quick flow of events, they do give officers some leeway when it's a fast evolving, dangerous situation. And that's what these officers were in. They screwed up. It's just, I'm not a police administrator. I'm not the one that hands down discipline, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of discipline the officers get out of this. And the other side to think about is that Colorado has some really strange laws that they passed in the last year or two that actually strip a lot of protections away from police officers. And I don't know, I feel for the police officers in this situation, because they made a mistake. They made a mistake at work and it got somebody hurt. There are a lot of workplaces that are dangerous that you might make a mistake and you might get somebody hurt, and you're not necessarily looking at criminal charges for it. In the state of Colorado, I think these guys are going to be facing some pretty serious criminal charges, which is a tough situation for them. The officers, at least the female officer that you saw a little bit with the tattoos on her arm, she appeared to be relatively young. And you hate to see somebody relatively young in their career make a mistake that ends up putting them in prison when they were just trying to do their job. So I don't know what's going to come of this, but there you have it. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. It's a screw up. It's a massive screw up. I can't imagine being on that scene and not having a single person have the wherewithal to say, hey, let's get this car off the tracks, or we need to get off the tracks. Once that vehicle is clear, you can even get in the suspect's vehicle and move it. You move that vehicle off the tracks, you move your vehicle off the tracks. Another car was well on the other side of the tracks. You need to get that vehicle and bring it up as well. This is just what we do. This is a common practice. I think the fact that it was the middle of the night and they were out in the middle of nowhere kind of lulled them into this sense that there was no urgency to what it was that they were doing, because there was no bystanders, nobody hanging around to pester them. There was no imminent danger that really they were aware of. And it could possibly just be that when they got the vehicle stopped, she was slow to stop. It's a dangerous situation. they were so honed in on that truck and dealing with this person that was potentially armed with a gun and dealing with that situation that it just did not dawn on them that they were on railroad tracks. That kind of thing does happen. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. We probably won't know for a month or so. And I'll do my best. If they do announce some kind of criminal charges, I'll come back and do some kind of follow-up. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this particular incident. I'll talk to you later.